fighting a jihadist army that has as much respect for humanity and law as Mehdi Hasan has for the truth. Mehdi may say, I condemn Hamas's acts on October 7th.
So in this clip, we're going to watch Mehdi Hasan absolutely dismantle this guy. Oh my God, this Elon Levy. Oh God, he's so insufferable on Twitter. Mehdi Hasan's going to dismantle Elon Levy because he thought he got a one up because of the claps. Bro, you're not getting a one up. Like, it's just too much with you. It really is. Mehdi Hasan is going to dismantle him and destroy him for all his lies, all the lies about Israel, everything. We're going to watch. We might two-part it too. So let's go ahead and get into it.
He will not condemn its strategy because he is part of its strategy. Hamas is counting on its defense attorney to shield it from the consequences of the war that it started and deflect blame onto Israel so it can do October 7th again, maybe because they share a goal that Israel shouldn't exist. Mehdi Hasan will say tonight that October 7th does not justify Israel's actions in this horrible war. My question then is this.
Elon, I'm sorry, your time is up.
What does October 7th?
I'm sorry, your time is up. Thank you. Mehdi?
The crowd can't wait. Do you hear the crowd? The crowd cannot. I'm telling you, Mehdi doesn't play. When Mehdi debates, they know it's about to go down. And let's watch. By the way, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
Elon, in already calling your opponent a liar, you have already crossed one of the lines of the culture that we try to establish here. I wish you hadn't. You don't.
I don't mind. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I can do
You don't need to do that to make your case. Please. Mehdi Hasan, you are answering no in answer to the question, were Israel's actions in the Gaza war justified?
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, the question, were they justified? Were the actions justified?
And it would be great if you didn't feel the need to respond to the personal attack.
We'll decide when we get there, John. Were they justified? No, obviously not. Of course not. October the 7th, I think we can all agree, was a crime, a war crime, right? We can all agree on that. And taking hostages is a war crime. And those hostages should be released. But to destroy an entire place, an entire people in response is never justified. Never justified. How are we still I don't understand how we're debating this more than 40,000 deaths later. I don't understand how we're still debating this sitting in the comfort of New York, 7,000 miles away from a place that the UN Secretary General has called hell on earth. Justified? Justified? Was Israel justified in carrying out one of the most intense civilian punishment campaigns in history, according to Dr. Robert Pape at the University of Chicago, dropping 500-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, 2,000-pound bombs on schools, hospitals, universities, bookstores, libraries, mosques, churches, refugee camps, apartment buildings, cemeteries, destroying a higher percentage of buildings in northern Gaza than the Allies destroyed in Dresden during World War II, reducing Gaza to 42 million tons of rubble while they got people out of the way? How is that justified? Dropping a bomb, for example, on a 6-story apartment building in central Gaza last October, killing more than 100 people inside, including more than 50 children, with no Hamas target in sight, according to Human Rights Watch, with no explanation offered by the Israeli military. Even till today, was that justified, Elon? Was Israel justified in telling people to go to safe zones and then bombing them and killing them in those safe zones? According to NBC, there were 7 deadly airstrikes between January and April in areas that the Israeli military had specifically designated as safe zones, killing Palestinian civilians like Sabrine Sakani, who was 30 weeks pregnant at the time. She was killed in a safe zone in April. Her little baby, newborn baby, died less than a week later. Was that justified too, Elon? Was Israel justified in killing a record number of kids in Gaza, 16,000 children, turning Gaza into what the UN has called a graveyard for children, according to Save the Children, killing more kids in the first 3 weeks that were killed globally in each of the past 4 years, killing little kids like 6-year-old Hind Rajab and her 15-year-old sister Leanne, firing 335 bullets into the car they were in. 335 bullets, and then killing the 2 paramedics who went to try and rescue them. Was that justified too, Elon? Was Israel justified in killing a record number of aid workers in Gaza? Right? A record number. Targeting again and again. systematically, car by car, according to Chef Jose Andres, a specifically, explicitly marked World Central Kitchen aid convoy killing 7 aid workers in the process. Was that justified? Was Israel justified in starving the people of Gaza, using food and water as a weapon of war, to quote both the EU and Oxfam? Was Israel...
I mean, I have to even like cut in, because the way he goes off with the facts, I almost like I'm just sitting here literally watching it with you guys and just like wow. Like, I mean, I'm definitely gonna 2-part this because I mean, he is dismantling this guy, and there's nothing you can do but just let him just talk and just roll. That's why they keep clapping and screaming. They're not clapping and screaming because these are beautiful things. They're clapping and screaming because it's like, yeah, do you remember that? How about this? How about that? Like, come on, like, you know, go to this safe site, and then they would bomb the safe sites. So much has happened. I almost forgot about that. And they're getting ready to start up again in Lebanon. They still bomb Gaza. Allegedly, I have to just say that just to be safe for YouTube, but you know how it is. It is a tragedy, one that we should never forget.
Justified in blocking aid trucks from going into Gaza simply because they carry things like crutches, nail clippers, and even chocolate croissants, according to the Washington Post? Was Israel justified in raping, sodomizing Palestinian detainees who are charged with no crimes whatsoever? Putting hot rods up their rectums, amputating their limbs, according to CNN and the New York Times. Was that rape and torture justified, Elon? Israel, according to the ICC chief prosecutor, who put out a statement calling for the arrest of Elon's former boss, Benjamin Netanyahu, said that Israel may have military goals, legitimate goals, but the way they're carried out, killing innocent people, starving people, is criminal, he said. Criminal, think about that. Elon Levy is a former spokesperson for a man who the ICC chief prosecutor once arrested for war crimes. Elon himself has produced a number of lies, sorry John, in service of those war crimes. He has a bunch of tweets still up tonight which say that babies were beheaded on October the 7th, babies were baked in ovens, babies were ripped from their mother's wombs. October 7th was bad enough, but Elon had to exaggerate it for atrocity purposes. Those tweets are still up. Why would you trust anything this man says to you tonight? Look, he's here to gaslight you, to defend the indefensible, to excuse the inexcusable, to justify the unjustifiable, but you don't need to. Tonight you can choose to be on the side not of cruelty, not of criminality, but on the side of the innocent people of Gaza who are being killed as we speak tonight, as we speak, by Elon's former colleagues in the Israeli military on the orders of Elon's former bosses in the Israeli government. So yes, I choose to oppose this horrific and homicidal motion. Thank you.
I mean, you know, what else is there left to say almost? But there's more to this debate, so I am going to cover a little bit more of it. But the fact is that Mehdi Hasan killed it. I mean, like, there's just... It's just like, even the fact of him remembering a lot of these facts and just everything, like, it's atrocious when you think about it. And the crowd went nuts because you know what it is, that when you're in a crowd like that, you feel the passion that this person has, and they're going off and they're breaking it down, and it's this and it's that, and it's this and it's that and that, and you can feel it because you want to say the same thing to him. You almost want to run up on the stage and say, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" In what we witnessed in the last 2 years is not normal. Like, it's biblical to me. It is. You know, it's definitely a test to all of us. Will you stand with humanity, or do you just want to be cool? You know, or do you believe that your existence is so important that you have to erase a whole race of people? Like, what is wrong? You know, basic human instinct that things like this shouldn't be happening. We certainly shouldn't be funding it, but we are, right? What's wrong? And that's why you hear the crowd scream. The crowd screams because they're like, oh, it's satisfying. It is satisfying. What's he going to even say? Well, stick around for part 2. Let's see what he says. I'm really interested to see what it's like. What is he going to say? But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.